Hello, this is Max RC here. Racing is the part of the life of every automobile fan, which simply cannot be ignored. Some people go to real tracks in order to get an adrenaline rush, while the others make toy cars that can surprise once they are on the same toy track. I think you have already understood what we're going to talk about today by the title of the video. Well, before the video starts, like it, subscribe to the channel and press the bell not to miss anything interesting in future. Ready? Great! Now let's go! The Toyota Mark II is a legendary car, which is still very popular, despite the fact that it had been produced only until 2004. The model that you see now is made exclusively for drifting. To do this, they changed the angular position of the discs, installed a high and powerful spoiler, made the total weight as light as possible, even though the car is just a toy. And now you can see the result of all this great work. It turned out to be a very cool and bright car that attracts the attention of all participants of these competitions. I suppose even the opponents of this Mark II want some similar ride for themselves. And this is a very cool Lexus, a car that seems to be used mostly for increased comfort, but these guys prefer to drive it around the track same as real drift cars do, and they also veer at high speeds. Outwardly, the Lexus is not particularly remarkable. It looks like a regular car, but apparently the authors of the project decided to make it just that. They wanted it to be unremarkable, but with an amazing filling, which allows it to move nicely both on smooth roads and on slightly winding ones. Write in the comments if you like this idea, whether you like this car, and whether it is worth several months of work spent on the project. It will be interesting to read what you think. While some people love to renovate old cars, others deliberately create rare models, the very ones that have the most modern stuffing inside, but from the outside, they are exact copies of something from the 80s. I don't know about you, but I like this idea. Just imagine the face of the driver of a modern Mercedes, which is overtaken by some old car. This car has beautiful scuffs, no matter how strange it sounds. It also has different cool, bright elements, and the ability to drift. It can drift the way that other cars from the store are not able to repeat. Now this is what I call the three guys did their best. A huge like and respect from me personally. The third series BMW in the E30 body is a true legend. It is the legend of street racing and drifting. Although the car was produced in the 90s, it is still in great demand among connoisseurs of rare cars and also among the fans of a toy drift racing. It is quite understandable because the entire series of these cars was once equipped with an unprecedented set of bodies and engines. One of them, by the way, is in front of you now. I don't know about you, but I really like this car by the sound of its ride, by its exterior, and of course, by the cool and unique way it drifts. It's just awesome. But wait, apparently, I have put my best foot forward when I said it had no equal. For example, this car, the Mazda RX-7, will never agree with this. Yes, it cannot turn at a strange angle, but you just check out its free and easy control, these beautiful lines of the body, the bright, juicy color of a ripe green apple, the elegant and useful spoiler, as well as many other top features. In general, this car definitely deserves attention. I can give it a huge like. Rare cars are the ones which each of us can see in some museum or a gallery. However, they are not at all associated with something fast, agile, and cool. They are some kind of an old-fashioned option for connoisseurs of collections, as well as for those who want to ride in an entourage atmosphere, and so on and so forth. However, this blue car is ready to prove the opposite. The authors of the project took the ancient hull as a basis, installed a lot of frobules in it, and got such a maneuverable miracle, which you really want to drive putting your foot down and showing who the drift daddy is. As they say, appearances are deceptive. I can describe this project using these three words. I think you have already understood why. And this is another representative of the Toyota. That's how the brand has made such a big amount of different top cars for drifting. This time we're going to talk about the Chaser. A 100-body Chaser is another legend of the Japanese automotive industry. The legend of today's hero is so great that it is approximately on a par with the Toyota Mark II. But this is natural since they both had similar parts and were produced at about the same time. This car is a great cult for tuning lovers. This was achieved due to the aggressive exterior and good adaptation of engines. Write in the comments if you like this ride. Or would you like to buy something else for yourself, both for use in real life and as a toy on the control panel? As for this drift car, I can say I have fallen in love with it just at first sight. I especially like the way its front wheels turn, despite the fact that the rest of them are in a static position. I still have no idea how the dudes managed to achieve such a result. And I don't really want to know it because the main thing is not how it was done, but what has finally been created. We are not engineers after all, but the ones who drive them well or admire. In general, the car has absorbed purely all the wishes of any drifter. It has lots of different stickers, nice discs, and sporty look. In general, it is the classics. However, it's not just about driving drift cars and making an amazing show, right? There are also adventurers who are able to turn the most ordinary Jeep into an amazing racing car that can give the heat. This car has a rather bright color, a cool addition represented by the driver's girlfriend looking out of the window, as well as some kind of super strange but apparently effective system in the front. By the way, are there those among the audience who know what this system is for? What is the point of such high front wheels? Does it really make any sense, or is it just for fun? Write what you think in the comments. Next in line is the Toyota. Well, where would we be without another no less cool car? By the way, write in the comments what kind of model it is. Let's check how many car experts are among us. I don't really know what to say about it. This is a regular car that was made in a good and quality way. There is a cool guy inside that can turn his head. This makes the toy more alive or something. The details are also perfect. It seems that the car is made in 4K quality. Even the paint is special, or I just think it is. Some people are trying to get ahead of the rivals by making a more powerful engine for the toy, while the others prefer to lighten the body of the car to the maximum. Well, the third type of people chooses to add 2 extra wheels. But the thing is, they do not consider them to be extra. The wheels are required for extra stability, though we still don't know if it is cool or not in the case of drifting and racing. In my opinion, those 6 wheels is a cool idea if the car is made for a comfortable ride. No wonder the limousines are so long. However, for drifting, I would generally use 2 wheels if such a thing was possible. This reduces weight and somehow makes the drift space smaller and therefore easier. What do you think? And this is a car with a very cool chassis, which allows it to make such turns in different directions at inexplicable angles. I'm talking about the Tamiya TA-05 chassis, an all-wheel drive chassis with belt drive and ball differentials designed exclusively for RC racing cars. This car model can be tuned by replacing its standard parts. The authors of the project took advantage of it and got such a unique ride. Imagine having such a car in real life. Leave a like if you would like to ride it too. I think the control would be unusual. At least the driver of the third part of the Fast and the Furious would definitely use this car in an impressive way. And this is a very beautiful and interesting Toyota, although I didn't understand what kind of model it was. Still, the car looks great, it handles the turns well, and it also makes some nice sounds. Yes, I would like to see it on a much more serious track, but apparently this is not possible. The project is just being tested. However, I am sure that if they add some speed and maneuverability to it, the Toyota will have no peers, especially among the cars with the relatively same sizes. Among the fans of racing and drifting, there is such a car that still makes all the opponents on the track tremble. I'm talking about the Toyota Supra. I don't want to discuss its ancient equipment and the look. Therefore, I decided to surprise you with a modern modification of the legendary car. The Supra of the 5th generation, the A90/91, that has been in production since 2019, bears little resemblance to the legendary Toyota Supra. It was built by the BMW but tuned by the Toyota, namely by company president Akio Toyoda, who personally participated in its development and wanted to restore the performance of the legendary A80 to this car. Did they succeed? Well, not really. The car is fast, of course, but not as fast as before. Besides, many people hate the car for its exterior, but I really like it. Anyway, the clock is ticking and it's time to change something, despite the warm emotions and stories that bind you. Next in line is the most legendary car from the Back to the Future. I'm already tired of talking about it. Everyone knows what kind of car it is and how cool and rare it is. Therefore, I suggest to enjoy this beauty for some time and just move on. Oh, I know. This car immediately reminded me of those very cars from racing games, which you get at the first level. They perform very well on the track. Although the car is made in a black, nondescript shade, it drives really cool. It drifts and holds the road. In general, it is just a real dreamboat. Besides, it looks perfect. Those who think that cars in such a body are not capable of anything have never tried such races. Believe me, with proper driving skills and good engine tuning, they can overtake a real sports car. Well, that's all, friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and goodbye for now.